Welcome to GearCheckGames. This is part 5 of our commentary for Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. Last time we visited Petal Meadows and Petalburg. We didn't say much about either of them, but in this episode we're going to head to Shhwonk Fortress to get the two Sun and Moon keys so that we can access Hooktail Castle and put a stop to the dragon menace that has been terrorizing whatever this place is
called. And remember, kids, don't get Sun and Moon keys unless you pay for them legally.
Okay, yes.
Because Nintendo will get you in trouble for that one. Ban your Nintendo Network ID.
Oh my god.
Also, we were talking about variations on character designs in the previous game. Like, I know they had to distinguish, like, the nice Koopas from, like, the mean Koopas by making, like, the enemy ones look tough. But I always thought this was a little bit over the top that they gave him like Kamina glasses and like little bangles. I mean, it's funny. I don't dislike it. It's just like,
hey, Luigi's in the audience. He's watching you beat up Kamina Turtle.
And he didn't throw a rock at me this time.
Yeah.
He's watching you beat up Pro Mario Turtle.
Mario, I've seen you do better.
God, I love that it's technically possible for Mario to get stoned by the audience in this game.
It's a football. It's a stone, Luigi.
You didn't make it. It's a football. I chiseled it. It's even official size.
You use that excuse all the time, Luigi.
See, I'm glad that you're skipping fights, unlike my speeding up of fights in Pokemon.
Yeah, I showed them all last time just to kind of give you an idea of what the pacing of these like in-between town areas are like. Because I do fight all of the enemies on my first time through an area, but if I ever have to backtrack through, I avoid them. And once I show off a certain kind of enemy, I'll just cut all future encounters with that enemy if nothing like new or interesting happens. So
the nice thing about this game is that if you have to backtrack, then you actually have the option to avoid enemy battles. And there's like a little challenge to doing so. Yeah,
because some of these enemies are pretty, like, you kind of have to know like what their pattern is for attacking you. Like, some of them will like just appear in front of you and you have to anticipate it and go around them. Some of them will like charge right at you, but they can't really move much after that. It's yeah. It's a little game within a game.
So wait, so this is why you bought the POW block, was for those guys especially?
Yeah, because to my knowledge, that's the only way to kill him. Well, no, you just find him in the grass. I showed off the shop last time, because the prices of the items in the shop are actually going to be important very soon. So
yes.
I hope you weren't being like us and not paying attention, because you're going to have some of those prices memorized.
You must make it through the door of eternity, guarded by the cleft of eternity. One tells only truths, the other only lies.
I know the solution to this.
Yeah, you kill one of them, and then you ask the other one if he's dead. Easy.
That also works. Is your brother dead? Do you want to die? See, that's how Yu-Gi-Oh! Should have gotten through that stupid labyrinth puzzle.
No, I showed that one because of the falling stage scenery.
Yeah.
It didn't really accomplish much because the Koopa Troopas have 1 point of defense unless you flip them over.
But those are creepy looking.
Yeah, this is an original enemy made for this game. If you thought the well, I'm not even gonna joke about that. The stone clefts were pathetically easy since we had the POW block. And these guys will be just as easy, but like if you're actually trying to fight these guys normally, they can be rather annoying because if you try to jump on them, obviously they've got spikes. But unlike most spiked enemies, these ones can't even be hammered because they've got those little barbs on the side that'll pop out if you get too close to them.
Yeah. So you have to POW them again?
Yeah.
You got the power.
Yeah, I guess maybe this part is just trying to train you to, like, utilize items if you're in a pinch and you can't damage enemies effectively.
So I'm guessing the weakness of those enemies is that they have very low HP.
Yeah. They just have real high defense and, like, a lot of additional defensive measures.
Yeah, so they're kind of like rock Pokemon in Pokemon games.
Yeah. Thankfully, eventually we'll have a way to damage enemies like that without using an item, once we get certain badges and, like, special abilities. But until then, we're, you know, kind of relying on items. Thankfully, there's not many enemies like that, so it's not too big a deal.
So the inn coupon, are there some inns in the game that are, like, ridiculously expensive?
Yeah.
Yes. There's one in particular that's just, like, not even worth it. Unless you're trying to get all of the recipes, because the inns will... certain inns will give you, like, breakfast food after you stay there that you can take with you and, like, use at your leisure. And some of them are ingredients that are needed in order to, like, craft all of the food recipes in this game. Which is something we'll get to later, but I don't imagine I'll get, like, too deep into it, but we can at least talk about it when the time comes.
Oh, that's a refill block.
Yeah, unlike in the first game, these ones actually charge you. Whereas in the original Paper Mario, you could just hit them, like, infinitely and you wouldn't lose anything.
So they're making it a little, like, they're making it more of, like, a mechanic rather than a free recharge.
And to be honest, like, you're never really wanting for coins in this game unless you're just, like, buying things constantly for whatever reason, which you totally don't need to.
The Thwomp of Eternity.
But I do kind of appreciate that they're at least like, okay, we'll let you heal, give yourself a full heal, but, like, there's got to be some kind of cost for the sake of game balance. So
I love this.
Yeah. We have another little continued thematic thread from the original Paper Mario where you have to answer quiz questions to progress. Although, now that I think about it, weren't the quiz questions in the original game optional?
Yep. Completely optional.
That's what I thought.
I feel like there was a... I feel like...
Pickle Stone.
That's the one.
I feel like Quizzo or whoever makes an appearance in Super as well, but I don't remember. It's been a lot of years since I played.
He doesn't. There's another guy like him.
Right.
Who's like a cube head with like a pixel face. Yeah, that sounds like a Super Paper Mario design.
I love how elaborate this is.
Yeah, here it is. What do one Mr. Softener and one Fire Flower cost? Or you could just memorize that it's 16. You know, never have to worry again.
You've played this game before. That's cheating!
What is your favorite color?
Oh, it's Birtle. That's a great name.
Yeah, Birtle the Turtle.
Yeah, Birdo was trademarked, so we had to come up with something different.
Aww,
Birtle the Turtle sits upon a tower of turtles, giving them orders all day.
Does, I know Yoshi appears in the Paper Mario series. Does Birdo as well?
If Birdo does, I'm not sure. I know. I forget what gender is Birdo?
That's a very good question.
In the manual, it was a boy that was like, you know, dressing up like a girl.
Yeah.
But also, there's just like in Super Mario 2, where Birdo originated, there wasn't just one Birdo, there was a bunch of different Birdos.
There wasn't just one Bowser either. It was a recurrent enemy, but there was nothing to say necessarily that it wasn't the same character.
My point is if Birdo is in the Paper Mario series, it wasn't in the first 3 games, because I don't remember ever seeing Birdo.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think Birdo appears in Paper Mario, at least not the ones that I've played, but they do appear in Mario and Luigi.
Oh, yeah.
So if you lose the quiz, do you have to fight the Thwomp?
I'm actually not sure what happens if you lose the quiz, because I've never lost it. You get 2 screw-ups before, I guess, whatever consequence he's threatening happens.
Yeah.
But, like I said, the only real tricky question there is the item price is one, and I think the one after number 5 that you'll have to answer is, you know, terribly difficult either, if you're paying attention to the story.
Fun fact, fuzzies terrified me as a kid.
Oh yeah,
in Mario World specifically, I was horrified of them.
Well, they are kind of a manic-looking enemy.
Yeah. Well, and they're incredibly, like, fast on their little tracks that they chase you on.
Yeah, I feel like my fear of them was more spawned by an anxiety that, they made platforming very difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
They kind of look like an evil form of the little soot monsters from all the Miyazaki movies.
Yeah.
See, I always get kind of a Muppet look from them.
Yeah.
Like, they kind of look like Elmo's severed head, but with like black fur instead of red.
Ah, so wish fulfillment.
Hey, I didn't say that.
Listen, as soon as Elmo started getting an entire half hour on Sesame Street, the show went way down.
That's when they went too far.
Yeah.
It's Mr. Noodle.
That can
Dude,
be
Mr. Noodle was the best character on Sesame
Mr.
Street.
Noodle, can you tell me how to defeat a fuzzy?
Yes.
How am I gonna defeat all these fuzzies, Elmo? How?
I don't know. Ask Mr. Noodle.
He just rips out a flamethrower. Mr. Noodle, no!
I've wanted to do this for a long time, Elmo. If that is your real name.
You can speak?
I want to see like a cutaway scene. Like, let's see what Mr. Noodle's doing. And he's just like sitting in his dingy apartment with a bottle of scotch, head in his hands. Just like smoking a cigarette.
This isn't the children's entertainment program I signed up for.
Hey, Mr. Noodle. You're on camera, Mr. Noodle.
He just looks up.
It cuts back to Mr. Noodle and he's sharpening a pair of kitchen knives.
A pair.
Yes, there are
Man,
two
Sesame Street really got hardcore after they switched to HBO.
It's now Game of Sesame. Sesame of Street of Thrones.
He who sits in the iron store controls all of Sesame Street.
Yes.
Oh boy.
That's why Mr. Wheeler had to die.
Aww. Next, they'll be having
how do you follow that up?
Next, there'll be a Muppets rendition of Chernobyl.
Oh my god.
This is how we got Gonzo. You mean I'm not from space?
Yeah, it'll be with like the adult Muppets, like Kermit and all those guys.
Why do you think I'm so green?
Radiation.
Why are there so many rats at Chernobyl? Took me a second, but I got there.
So, we needed to talk about multi-bounce. That's a pretty awesome skill you just did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one of my favorite abilities to use. Although I don't recall using it much in the footage I've gotten so far. By the way, if you're getting a little spatially confused in this place, I cut out me like backtracking through empty rooms. So it kind of looks like I just jumped from like one end of the dungeon to the other.
We thank you for this.
You're welcome.
That's like when we teleported in Saffron City.
Mm-hmm.
Remember our real-world playthrough of the first game in this series, where we backtracked twice through an entire chapter that we didn't have to? If only we had the magic of editing then.
You know what I think of when I recall like our playthrough of the original Paper Mario in college is that desert area.
Oh god.
Just combing that damn desert area again and again. Like I don't even know why.
I remember falling asleep during the final boss. That was fun. That was a nice late night endeavor.
I guess to kind of piggyback off that, one difference between this game and the first game, I feel like the original Paper Mario has kind of more like expansive and like intricate level design than this one does. Like they streamlined this one quite a bit.
Maybe a little too much in some cases.
Yeah, a little too much in some cases, but I also think there were areas of the original Paper Mario that had no business being as big and complex as they were. Like with the desert being the most egregious example, and that's in Chapter 2, so like...
It's like an early game slug.
Yeah. Although I do kind of miss all the stuff they did with the 3D camera in the original Paper Mario. Because this one, you're mostly just like side-scrolling, unless you're on like a spiral staircase or something.
So, you know what we haven't talked about yet, and I believe this is like the third or fourth time that this game does it, and it does it all the time, is when they flood the screen with enemies. I feel like they really, really liked having the GameCube's hardware to just like, you know, render 300 enemies on screen at a time.
Yeah.
We're back.
Yeah, they, in fact, they made an entire game based around that called Pikmin,
Yeah.
which we've done a playthrough of.
They made an entire demo out of that called Mario 128.
Don't watch it, because I'm not in it.
Aw.
The only GearCheckGames series worth watching are the ones that I'm in. Believe it. Get in the comments.
So we have the sun and moon, so do we gotta go open the castle now?
Well, no, first we need to evolve our, Sunflora and, Nidorino.
Okay.
Wait, Sunflora? No, Sunflora doesn't evolve. Sunkern does.
Well, why would you have a Sunkern anyway?
That's a good question. And the answer is because, Trey, you've got to catch them all. You have to. It's a requirement.
Even you, Dunsparce.
Of course I do. I had the games on the N64.
This kid knows what's up.
But you didn't hear that from us.
Oh yeah, she's your favorite.
I
Paper
appreciate
Mario
you taking the
companion.
time to zoom in on that.
Yeah. I was thinking about like making your Twitter profile picture like ease in from the bottom of the screen and then go away.
Oh yeah, isn't that one of your like most popular posts on Twitter? Is your Lady Bow art?
Nah, well, the one that's my profile picture is not even close to popular.
Yeah,
it was a
got,
different
like, 3
one.
likes.
That was yeah. There was a different Lady Bow one that was like my most popular.
It was like the Lady Bow Super Crown
Yeah,
picture.
it was when you piggybacked off the Super Crown meme for
Which
for
is
popularity.
you know what though? I was not a fan of that trend, as you guys might imagine, but I like Dan's take on it. That was a good take.
It's just what happened to Coop's dad?
He got Ed
put on the Super Crown.
by a Dargan.
Now he's not his dad anymore.
He went out for a pack of Newports and he's having trouble finding his way home.
You mean he went out for a pack of Rogue Ports?
Yeah, that's everybody's favorite menthol cigarette in the Paper Mario universe. Is,
Yeah.
Rogue Ports.
See you later, Coop. I'm going out to get smoked. Don't you mean get smokes? You heard what I said.
Get smoked. I mean, technically, well, I guess for spoilers, he's inside of a dragon. Wait, hold on. There's like 128 fuzzies on the screen earlier. The dad-like figure is inside of a dragon. Is this Pikmin 3?
It's everybody's favorite Paper Mario game, Pikmin 3.
Are you saying that Olimar is Alf's dad?
Yes. No, I'm saying Chuck is Alf's dad.
Oh.
Or father figure.
Yeah, Chuck Roast.
Chuck Quizmo,
Chuck Berry.
the third character in Pikmin 3.
I don't know what happened to Joe, but he's showing off the power shell technique, which lets you like boomerang items to you and like hit faraway enemies. It's a really useful ability for the overworld.
Joe is experiencing some technical difficulties, which presumably he'll cut around in the edit.
The ISP Enforcement Brigade has snatched him up again.
Yeah, but we are currently unable to hear him.
Koopy Koo. Oh god.
Yeah,
That's really her name.
Yep.
it is.
You're
She's,
joking, right? Look at you. You're a wimp.
You're joking me. You gotta be. This can't be the right guy. He's ancient.
She really is an abusive girlfriend.
You're right. I mean, she kind of looks like that chick that's like always in. Well, I mean, she is in a sweatsuit, so she's like really aggressive exerciser girl.
She's got that. She's got the Mean Girls style. what's going on.
Get in, losers. We're hunting Hooktail.
Fine! Ignore me.
Oh, jeez.
Woo!
Well, why'd she have to abuse Mario, too? Like, he's like, listen, I'm just going to slay a dragon, man.
How can you telling your girlfriend to calm down?
Don't get him killed is what she... Did she say that? Did she say don't get him killed?
Probably.
Oh, God.
As
Oh,
Mario
God.
continues to just chuck Cooper at enemies.
Yeah, he went back and found Cooper, and he's just... It's because he's obeying Koopy Koo's wishes to not get Koops hurt.
Alright, I'll go get Cooper back. Coops, you can stay here.
He duct tapes Cooper to his hammer and swings him around.
Speaking of which, what's Cooper... Like, surely Cooper and Goombario are, like, still free, because they didn't really have a lot going on in their lives when Mario picked them up. Surely he could have, like, called them up for this adventure.
Well,
doesn't...
Cooper becomes like an archaeologist. Or he becomes like what's the archaeologist Koopa's name? He becomes his like apprentice.
Yeah, the Indiana Jones guy. Oh yeah, not Minnesota, but it's another state. Something...
Colorado with a K.
I do remember that. Oh, well, hey, Perry Carey is in this game. He's still doing his job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's delivering mail.
But Perry Carey has a job to do.
That's true.
So
He's a civil servant.
yeah. I hear it's amazing when the famous purple stuffed worm does a raw blink in Flapjaw space. Something about a tuning fork.
Wait, is this a Ghostbusters reference?
No, it's a Metal Gear reference.
Oh gosh. You're quoting the I need scissors thing, aren't you?
Yeah.
There's a Harikiri Rock, pronounced Harry Carry Rock.
So I know he hasn't quite gone back there yet, but last time we forgot to discuss like the platforming and the background stuff. And I really appreciate that addition in the Paper Mario series.
Yeah, it became a core mechanic in Super.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cool perspective thing, and I like it.
Yeah.
So they do a little bit of that in I just played it. Yeah, I know it's a different company. Sonic Mania. There's an entire level where you do a whole bunch of platforming in the background. It's cute.
It's fun. L is real 24601.
Wait,
those are the numbers.
Oh, is this one of those things you have to like whack the stones in a certain order?
You must whacketh the stones.
Your hold ability makes this chorus snap.
Oh, I get it.
So
he literally has to hold like the R button the entire time.
I like that Koops has the power of anti-gravity. He just never uses it. Except to stay in the air while it's spinning
for all
his
you
shell.
JoJo fans out there, he's using the power of the spin.
Oh man, I had just got to that part of the series. I need to start it.
Time to enter this tiny castle.
Heavily recommend part 7. Wait a minute. I didn't realize that we were doing the Adam Driver episode already. I thought that was planned for a later day.
And the Adam Driver episode is over.
Yeah. Well, from all of us special guests here at GearCheckGames, Adam Driver, Orson Welles, and me, we'll see you in the next episode.
Yeah. We've just invaded Hooktail's castle. See you then.
You might even see Joe next time.